Today I'm going to the old summer palace. It's called the圆明园, and so it should be pretty fun. I'm just going to take a taxi there and then see what happens. So I'm here at the old summer palace, and I haven't really got anywhere yet, but let's just talk about the history for a second. This place was, I believe the construction began in 1707, and it took over 150 years to complete, or something like that. And or it was finished in 1707, I can't remember. But it was when the Europeans came over and saw this after the opening of China, they just praised it and said that it was a model for all gardens and said that it was the best in the world. But unfortunately, during the Second Opium War, the palace was destroyed in 1860, so all that are left are the ruins of the palace. So it's unfortunate, but today the ruins are still here and provide, you know, kind of a, I've heard it's kind of an eerie kind of aura to the place, so it should be an interesting place. Yeah, whenever you walk around this place, it's really easy to see why the Europeans would have said this was a model garden that all gardens could be based on, because this place is just green. It's really amazing. Yeah, it really is strange. You can see all the different places that were in these halls. Like you could see all these red dots right here where all of the columns stood. You could see all the main chamber and the different antechambers, small one. And then right here you've got the smallest one enclosed by these rocks right here. You know, I'm not sure what it was, but it's weird. Like I've never really been to a set of ruins before, so I mean every place that I've been has been kept up and restored and things like that, so it's a pretty interesting experience. One thing that's different about visiting here than any other place I've visited is that a lot of it you can actually walk on and you can touch and you can feel it. You can feel these parts of history. You know, this is an old summer palace for the emperors, and this is a place that was forbidden to civilians. And it's just so different and so strange to me, but very cool that you can see it and you can feel it and you can just really experience this part of history. It's something very cool. Besides the obvious Chinese architecture that they have here, there actually are a few European-style buildings here, and one example of which is this maze right here. This maze was built by the Chinese, of course, but it's modeled after a European maze. And you know, you've got to walk in order to get to this, you know, little pagoda, which is not original to the park, but I mean, anyway, you've got to walk around, you know, this maze, which is an original thing, which is really interesting. But yeah, this park is just, besides all the buildings, like most of the park is just filled with water, just big lakes, big green lakes with old ruined buildings around the edges, so the emperors could view the sunset. This right here is the Fuhai area, and this is basically just a huge lake, and it's the biggest body of water here in the park. And here, the emperor, during winter, when the lake would freeze over, the emperor used to ride around kind of like not a chariot, but like an ice sleigh, you know, just for fun. And it's pretty neat. And yeah, it used to have a whole lot of gardens and sites around it to see, but yeah, now, because obviously this place is, you know, attracted by ruins, those gardens aren't really here anymore. But yeah, this is just a really cool area. You can see it's just green, lots of water. It's amazing. It's very cool. Man, this place is freaking huge. Like, I knew it would be huge because, you know, it used to be a palace, but you know, when I read the sign, it's 350 hectares. Man, I wasn't ready for that, especially now with a hurt foot. So we'll see what happens. Well, one thing that's different about this place than, you know, any other place I've been is that, for one thing, besides hearing, you know, the people and everything, you can actually hear like bugs and animals, like, you know, and that's, I know it sounds kind of stupid, but you know, when I've been living in Lanzhou, you can never hear animals. You can never hear, I mean, you can sometimes hear birds, but here you can hear birds, hear crickets, you can hear frogs, you can hear all kinds of stuff. And it's just something that I think is just really different. You know, like you can listen, you know, you can hear it. It's really, I don't know, it's just something that I just didn't experience in Lanzhou. Well, I can now say that I've been to the remains of the old summer palace. But I gotta say, I was not ready for the size of the place. But it's really a cool place. You know, got a lot of history, a lot of meaning to the Chinese people, and just really cool. All in all, the experience today was very good. Although it was very tiring because I walked all day today. Didn't have a lot to eat, and it was just, oh man, I'm just very tired. But now I'm home. I'm back with the scary fish. So I guess life is good. I'm gonna go eat dinner in about an hour and a half. Now we've unfortunately reached the end of the video. I will see y'all next time. Oh, so it's not formal or anything? It's just...
It is formal. It is always the same place and always the same time. But it's just not as, you know,